Number 1. Stop getting distracted. Being focused in whatever it is you are doing is the key to achieving success in that thing. You should learn how to overcome distractions and be focused on what you are doing. A focused mind will get you to whatever height you want to be in. All the blessings you have been praying for will not come if you're not focused. You need to overcome distractions to be able to focus on whatever you do and achieve whatever goal you have set for yourself. God will bless you abundantly if He sees how focused you are. There are many ways you can overcome distractions, but the best thing to do sincerely is to avoid it totally any way you can. Try not to tend towards things that distract you from your work or marriage. When God sees your effort, He's going to crown your efforts and make sure you attain the maximum reward you could ever think of. Avoiding distractions can be hard, because distractions come in the forms of things that we love. You just need to be extremely disciplined to be able to pull through. Being disciplined gets you out of so many troubles you should not be in the first place, and it also prevents you from getting into trouble. Distractions can easily ruin a beautiful thing that you have going on, and if you are not careful, you lost everything you have worked for. When distracted, you cannot put 100% onto anything, and therefore, it will affect whatever you are supposed to get from that thing. It affects your relationship, as responsibility will shift greatly to your partner, and they might not be able to cope. It affects your work life focus so you do not get the maximum gain you are supposed to get out of it. It also affects your relationship with God, and if this is affected, when every other part of your life is affected. This is why you need to stop getting distracted to get maximum marital and financial blessings from God. Number 2. Stop cheating on your spouse. Infidelity is one of the easiest ways to create a big problem in marriage. When you cheat on your spouse, you break that wedding vow you made to them and God. This is never a good thing, and God frowns to this attitude. You should always keep the promise you made to your spouse, because if you do not, then you will only be missing out on what God has planned for you. Many people do not even know the blessings that come along with a great and happy marriage. When you keep your spouse happy, you keep God happy, and He is ready to bless you and your home. God will save your marriage as long as you look up to Him whenever you are in trouble. Cheating on your partner definitely does not count as one of the ways you'll look up to God. You need to be faithful to your partner and make them happy before God will make you happy too. Marriage is a union between you and your spouse. Anything that affects you will directly or indirectly affect your spouse too. If you can keep your home happy, you get many blessings from God, which includes finance blessings too. Sometimes your spouse's happiness is the key to that financial breakthrough you have always been praying for, and as long as you keep your spouse happy, God will open that door for you. Number 3. Stop living a life of lies. You need to be someone that people can trust. You need to be someone that your spouse can always count on. You should never live a life of lie. God is never happy when you live a life of lie. God does not want this kind of life for you because it is unbiblical and it affects every good thing going on in your life. There is always a way for you to get out of situations, and that should be by telling the truth all the time. When you lie, it is like you are digging a pit to bury yourself in for the time being, because sooner or later, the truth will always catch up with it, and this will make people not to trust you anymore. Sometimes, you might think it is just one lie, and it will not hurt anyone. But the truth is that if you tell one lie, you tell multiple lies to make that one lie believable. There are no ends to a life built with lie. A marriage built on lie is not going anywhere. If you keep lying to your partner, sooner or later that relationship is bound to end. Lying makes people not to trust you, and this means that they are not going to give you business deals or opportunities because they feel you might cheat them out of it because of the image that you already portray to them. God does not want this kind of life for you, and it will definitely affect your blessings unless you ask for forgiveness. Not only asking for forgiveness, but also making sure that you change your evil ways. If you can achieve this, then God is ready to shower you with marital and financial blessings. But if not, you only have yourself to blame for delaying these blessings that God already has planned for you. God does not mind holding off these blessings until you do the right thing. You need to stop living a life of lie because it is not the lifestyle of a believer. Number 4. Stop being afraid of taking risks. Life itself is a series of risky actions, as you cannot predict the outcome of whatever decision you make. When you make decisions, you either get a positive feedback or a negative one. You should always be prepared to face any kind of feedback you get in good faith. Let God know that you trust Him completely and all your hope is on Him. Pray to God before you make that decision and watch God guide you through your decision easily. You should never be afraid to take a risk that you know is right and you have prayed to God about it. Sometimes, what stands between you and that perfect marriage you pray for is your inability to take risks. You are probably scared to speak to that person, and that is the perfect person for you. It could be that you are already in a relationship with the perfect person, but you are scared to take things further with them. You are scared of the commitment that marriage requires, but if you never take that risk, you would never know. The risk could even be for a proposed business. You do not know if to go for a particular business or not. Just pray to God about it and take the risk. God will definitely make it easy for you. There are things that if you do not take that risk, you would never know. Number 5. Stop procrastination. Another set of people that delay their blessings from God are procrastinators. When you procrastinate everything, then it just shows how unserious you are about that particular thing. And this means that you would definitely not get your blessings from God. God loves a focused-minded person, and if you are not focused, then you missed out on a lot of things. When you procrastinate, you miss a lot of opportunities to be better at something, and God does not want that for you. Showing this level of unseriousness in your marriage sends a message to your spouse that you just do not care about them enough to make them a priority in your life. Showing procrastination in your workplace gives the impression that you cannot meet up with a particular target if given to you. You need to stop procrastination for God to finally send your way that perfect marital and financial blessing.